How do you make your goals so real that it feels like you already have them? Now, here's the answer, and this is going to lead us to the next excuse. You must create an internal pressure within yourself that your goal is important, that your goal is vital, it's worth achieving. You have to put pressure on yourself. And what's the favorite Aussie excuse? Oh, mate, that's a lot of pressure, mate. I don't like pressure. I only learned this word in Australia. I feel pressurized. I don't even think that's a word. Is that a word? I am pressurized. I think every Aussie I meet will at some point in their life say those words to me, without fail. It is the number one excuse. But I went to teach in school, Christian school, and I heard these kids talking about it. I thought, you have pressure? You have no pressure in life, right? You got no marriage, no mortgage, no kids. You got no pressure. But they practice saying that. I don't want pressure. I don't want to feel pressured. But that's a lie of the devil. If you need to have that pressure in your life in order to achieve your dreams, and you strip that away from young people, they're never going to get their dreams. Then they feel depressed, insisting that they live a life without pressure. Hey, let me tell you something. When a woman says, I want a baby, every man in the room says, that's pressure. That's pressure. If you've ever had a woman say to you, I want a baby, there's a lot of pressure behind those words. And to achieve that, there will be pressure all the way through. No conception. There's no conception without pressure. There's no giving birth without pressure. There's no growing up without pressure. There is no living without pressure. But we train people to be sissies spiritually. And then they're depressed that they don't achieve anything. It's going to take some resistance, some pressure to accomplish something worthwhile. And that's worth it for you. That's good for you. Amen? I didn't say you pressure other people, you pressure yourself. Accept some pressure. Listen to this, Genesis chapter 30, verse 1. When Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children, Rachel envied her sister and said unto Jacob, give me children or else I die. Pressure, 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 isn't it? This is a marital argument going on, recorded in the Bible. And listen to Jacob. At verse 2, and Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel. And he said, am I in God's stead? Am I in God's place? Who hath withheld from thee the fruit of the womb? We're privy to a marital argument in the Bible. But man, the pressure she created. And you know what she got? She got the best son, Joseph. The one that would save the world at that time from that pressure. And then got Benjamin, who split into two, well, out of Joseph, split into two tribes. So she gets 3 tribes that carry her genes. I don't find this in the Bible where people avoid pressure. 1 Samuel chapter 1, Hannah was barren. Remember that? Then said Elkanah, her husband, to her, Hannah, why weepest thou? Husbands ever have to say that? Why are you crying, honey? And why eatest thou not? This is a food strike too. This is a weeping, wailing, crying, and a food strike in the home. And why eatest thou not? And why is thy heart grieved? Am I not better to thee than 10 sons? Apparently not. She just ignored that. And verse 10 says, and she was in the bitterness of soul and prayed unto the Lord and wept sore. And she vowed a vow and said, O Lord of hosts, if thou wilt indeed look on the affliction of thy handmaid and remember me and not forget thy handmaid, but will give unto thy handmaid a man-child, then I will give him unto the Lord all the days of his life, and there shall no razor come upon his head. That's all the Lord was waiting for. And some believers are never willing to do it. If you give me, O Lord, I'll give it back to you. If you give this to me, I'll give it back to you. If I have this special privilege, this special gift, this access, this opportunity, I'll use it for your glory. That's all the Lord is waiting for many times. And when you say it, the Lord releases it. And so from there, she put the pressure on God, she put the pressure on herself, and out of that, within a year, after being barren and tormented and rejected and forlorn and depressed, within 1 year, she gives birth to the greatest prophet of their time, Samuel the prophet. And she keeps her vow. She said, I got Samuel, I'm going to enjoy him for a few months, and then I'm going to give him away. And after that, her womb was open, and she continued to give birth. Sometimes your unwillingness to give to the Lord, to put the Lord first, makes him withhold the blessing, because he knows those blessings will destroy you. They'll capture your heart, and you'll go in the wrong direction. So he says, until your heart is right, I'm going to wait, I'm going to wait, I'm going to wait, but I have much more than you imagine. When you feel your desire so strong as Hannah's desire for a male child, something clicks, and often within a short period of time, that desire comes to pass.